Who is Ryan in EastEnders, as Lily leaves to be with him? Lily Slater has left Albert Square, realizing that she needed time away from Mum Stacy in the wake of her father, Martin Fowler's death. Martin tragically passed away in February, falling victim to the horrific explosion that tore through the Queen Vic pub. There seemed to be a glimmer of hope as he made his exit towards the barrel store with Stacy, but a beam fell from the ceiling and crushed him. As he lay dying, he confessed his love for Stace, telling her that his reunion with Ruby Allen was a mistake. She's struggled to cope with her grief in the wake of the incident and has locked herself away in her bedroom. The situation came to a head this week when poor Lily had been left to look after younger siblings, Arthur and Hope. Alongside her own daughter, Charlie, Stacy broke down upon realizing that her phone, which contained precious memories of Martin, had been washed at the laundrette. Luckily, Arthur had retained Martin's device, but Lily didn't think that possessing it would help with her grief. Mother and daughter wrestled with the phone, with a vicious argument soon ensuing. As a result, Lily declared that she was packing her bags and going to stay with Ryan Malloy. But who is Ryan? You ask? We've got all the information you need on that front. Who is Ryan Malloy in EastEnders? Ryan is Lily's biological dad. As longtime viewers will recall, he is also Whitney Dean's brother. He made his Walford debut back in 2009, rocking up in the square to reveal his identity to his sister. Shortly afterwards, he embarked on a relationship with Janine Butcher, with the two later getting married. Things, however, became complicated, as Ryan had slept with Stacy, who later discovered that she was pregnant. Bradley Branning, who was married to Stacy at the time, believed the baby to be his, but when he added up the dates, he realized that this was simply not possible. Stacy believed that the father was Archie Mitchell, who had raped her in a harrowing storyline, but Ronnie informed her that the baby couldn't be Archie's, which led her to realize that Ryan was the dad. Ryan, meanwhile, remained in the dark about Lily being his child, but after he rescued her from a fire, Stacy told him the truth. He struggled to process the news at first and showed no interest in being a father, but subsequent scenes saw him reconsider, telling both Janine and Stacy of his intentions to be there for Lily. The chemistry between he and Stacy ignited once more, and they began an affair. But when Janine found out, she resorted to poisoning Ryan. The truth about Janine's actions were revealed, and Ryan chose to be with Stacy, much to Janine's horror, as she plotted revenge on her love rival, even stabbing herself and claiming Stacy was to blame. Stacy fled with Lily. Ryan, meanwhile, departed Walford after Rob Grayson, who had exploited Whitney, wound up dead following a showdown, forcing him to go on the run. Ryan returned to Walford in 2014 for a short period, and again in 2016, adamant that he wanted to be a dad to Lily. But he stole money from the Queen Vic safe before trying to flee. Afterwards, he met with Whitney and Mick Carter, returning the money he stole, before agreeing to hand himself into the police on the condition that Whit and Lily visit him in prison. He was later released due to a lack of evidence, before revealing to Whitney that he and prison guard Helen were in a relationship. They later became engaged. Lily and Ryan last saw each other when she fell pregnant in 2023, and he invited her to stay with him and Helen in Wakefield.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.